How's it going, everyone? Just some more Elon news because he sold in the midst of the chaos, okay, of the November elections. Elon Musk sold $4 billion worth of Tesla shares in the third biggest dump since launching the whole bid to buy Twitter for $44 billion, which of course he did buy Twitter for $44 billion. The problem is, potentially he overpaid, as he said during his Barron's investment conference. And now the CEO, his net worth is actually dipped below 200 billion. Okay, so let's see what is going on. So Elon's net worth drops below 200 billion on Tuesday as investors dumped Tesla stock because he started selling. And this is again in the midst of the chaos of November election. Now, Elon is only worth 197.4 billion, according to Forbes, with a big share coming from his ownership of Tesla, 15% ownership. And Tesla right now has a market value of $622 billion, which is still quite a bit. But it used to be a $1 trillion company. So it seems that Wall Street fears that Elon has overstretched himself. He's stretched himself just way too thin, and he's got this obsession with Twitter. And this is a quote from Capital Management. It seems like Elon Musk is spending 100% of the time on Twitter because he loves memes. And you know it, that it might need more capital, which is totally true because he just had to save, because he wants to save $1 billion a year on Twitter. Since buying Twitter, Elon has made few tweets on Tesla, a practice that basically helped him catapult Tesla and gain traction, not only on Twitter, but also traction for Tesla itself. Now this sale, this chaotic sale during a chaotic time for the country in general too, by the way, is the third stock dump from Tesla since buying Twitter, okay, according to CNBC. This year, he sold over $8 billion worth of stock in April and then another $7 billion in August. So now this third time is $4 billion more of Tesla shares. So it's only natural that Elon has a lot on his plate with Twitter. Of course, the $44 billion was a lot of money to pay. On top of that, he had all the controversy of his firings, his epic, crazy firings. But anyway, on Saturday, just this past weekend, Twitter updated its app on the Apple Store to begin charging those $8 for the sought-after blue mark check verification, okay? As it seeks, of course, to shore up some revenue. It needs more revenue. All right, it fired a bunch of people to save $400 million a year. Now it wants to bring in some cash. And if you care to get blue check verified, some of the benefits include half the ads, the ability to post longer videos to Twitter, and priority ranking for quality content. So there is that. Now, Bloomberg does say that, hard to believe, Bloomberg says that Twitter is now reaching out to some dozens of employees who lost their jobs, and apparently they were fired by mistake. So who knows? But right now, Tesla is at $177 roughly. So it is down a good percentage from the beginning of the day, which was $190. Now, again, this is all because everyone just thinks, speculating essentially, that Elon needs to consummate the sale in order to support his $44 billion takeover. If you remember that there's an advertiser exodus from Twitter, which is just going to kill ad revenue, at least for the time being. Interestingly enough, CNBC writes that Elon has actually gotten some help from Binance, the cryptosphere. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Also, Ron Barron's, Bamco, and Twitter's former CEO, Jack Dorsey, which we all know, Jack Dorsey loves and supports Elon to the max. And CNBC also points out that last year he sold $22 billion. That's 2021, year 2021. Now, a famous Elon critic, Jim Chanos, also made a good point on Twitter last night, pointing out that Elon has made commitments in the past about not selling his shares. So here's a screenshot. Elon is asked, "Are you done selling?" He says yes. In the hopefully unlikely event that Twitter forces this deal to close and some equity partners don't come through, it's important to avoid an emergency sale of Tesla stock. But that's exactly what he did. And not only that, he did it in the middle of election night, which is just crazy because according to the news reports, he filed Form 4 so he could sell his stock on Tuesday night. So is he going to sell more? Who knows? But he has tweeted before that he's done selling. So I don't know how reliable that stuff is. Who knows what the future will hold. So that's it for this update. Thanks for watching. Smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.